Oh, hello dear viewer! You see, there was I in my extremely consistent upload schedule when a little something called spring began. And well, let's just say, I don't do very well in spring. But enough about that. For those of you who watched my previous videos, links in the description by the way, you probably already know that A. I hate being told what to do, and B. I really like dogs. The second one isn't really relevant right now, but the point is, what could be my favorite quest if 99% of the quests in the game are just people telling you to do something they probably can do for themselves? When it comes to my favorite quest line, that honor goes to the Sanguine Rose, or rather, the quest in which you acquire the Sanguine Rose. And the reason for that is quite simple. As previously mentioned, the vast majority of quests in Skyrim are simply reliant on the Dragonborn being everybody's delivery boy. Fetch this, investigate that, kill this, etc. And while this quest does have some slight moments where those concepts are applied, in its entirety the quest puts the player at a much different position than others, as well as having a different pace altogether, making the player actively interested in discovering what happens next. Instead of just, shoving menial tasks at them while pretending there's some greater mystery involved. Oh, I wonder which NPC is the bad guy. Definitely not the arrogant high elf that everybody hates. Look, you get the point. Enough rambling for now, let's go to Whiterun and get started on this already. Hey, post-editing Muri over here. Turns out, I am still a dumbass. You see, Sanguine is not found at a tavern in Whiterun. He can be found in any tavern in fact, but only the one closest to you when you reach level 14. And since I had no idea where I was at level 14, it took me 35 minutes to wander around the map and finally find out. Turns out it was at Riftons. What the fuck was I doing at Riftons? I don't know. But let's keep it that way. Anyways, enjoy the video. Alright. Now that we arrived, we need to find a man by the name of Sanguine. Appearance-wise, it doesn't look too far from the average necromancer you probably had to deal with sometimes. Though he certainly doesn't act like one.
You look like someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win a staff?
Now I don't know about you, but if a random man I've never met in my life offered his magic wand as a prize from a drinking competition, I would definitely take that offer. Wait, that sounded a bit sus. Anyways, after participating in his challenge, he states that,
"Hey, you don't look so good."
Oh no, not again! We wake up after a while and find ourselves getting hit with a broom by a woman we've never seen before.
Wake up. That's right. It's time to wake up, you drunken blasphemer.
Sounds like me after a Friday night, am I right, boys? Who am I kidding? I've been stuck at home for 3 years. The woman introduces herself as Senna from League of Legends. No, like, really, that's her actual name. And tells us to clean up after our mess. Our character, clearly confused by our situation after a night of what can only be described as a Maxar video,
Dog is in pain.
Aren't we all?
it's given the option to help cleaning up the temple, or, in what is probably the best mechanic in Bethesda games, convincing the priestess that, hey, it's okay that I just desecrated every single statue in this temple while screaming for the top of my lungs, "Give me your mommy milkers, Debella!" After all, I was just drunk. Regardless of your choice or if you succeed or not in convincing her, Senna directs your character to the village of Rorikstead, with a foreboding tale of a missing goat and some strange feelings in your pants. As we leave behind the temple, we find ourselves into the city of Markef, and holy shit, we are far away from Whiterun! How the fuck did alcohol brought us this far? Actually, scratch that question, I'd rather not know. Exiting the city and following through the stony roads of Skyrim, that is, unless you're a filthy casual who fast travels instead of actually enjoying 20 minutes of mindless wandering and random encounters. Gosh, this is why Morrowind was better, I swear to. Reaching the village of Rorikstead, we are approached by an NPC called Ines. With a name like that, no wonder you're angry. He tells us that upon our arrival at his little farm, we decided to do the only reasonable thing a man could do, and steal his prized goat and sell it to a giant. How does the giant has any notion of property or capitalism is unknown to me, but I do appreciate the concept. We are given the same array of options as previously. Help our dear friend Enos, what the fuck is that name, bro? Or convincing him that, hey, it's no biggie. At this point the goat is probably dead anyways. Besides, it's probably the least bad thing that we did to that goat last night. Either way, he tells us that the only information he has is a note we left him mentioning a debt to Isolde at Whiterun. So, off we go traveling again. At last, we return to where all of this nightmare started, the city of Whiterun, home of the brave warriors of Jorvaskar, the great Skyforge, and most importantly...
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Anyways, and most importantly, Isolde. No, not that one. Get that shit out of here. You see, Isolde over here has an important message for us.
So, you're finally back. Look, I've been patient, but you still owe me.
Apparently during our wacky misadventures in Alcohol Land, we told her that we needed her wedding ring. Reason being, well, I guess you can imagine. So, once again, we present ourselves as the innocent souls who have done no harm and... No. Not this time. Actually, why not see this beloved wife of ours? Who knows? Perhaps she may not be that bad.
Darling, I've been waiting for you to return to consummate our love.
Oh, thank God it's not the goat. I mean, my dear darling, would you so kindly give that ring back to me?
What? You want it for that hussy Esmeralda with the dark fingers, don't you? I won't let her have you.
Welp, I've seen worse marriages. Coming back to Isolde results in her telling us that it's a shame things didn't work out with our fair maiden. Nah fam, I'm sure she'll understand. Isolde then mentions that we kept mentioning our marriage taking place at the ruins of Morvoskar. And, well, at this point, you know what happens now.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Here we are. Finally, I can see this humiliation to its end. Look, there really isn't much to talk about here. Your fair share of common enemies, reused assets, blah blah blah. You know the drill. Minions, come forth! I am still not giving them a raise. Alright now, entering this totally not demonic portal surely won't take us to some ninth dimension hellscape, right? Or somewhere worse. Jokes aside, beyond this portal we find our friend Sanguine, or rather his actual self, the druidic lord Sanguine. Get it? Sanguine, Sam Gavine? Yeah, it's stupid, I know, right? He promptly tells us that, haha, it was all just a prank, dude. And after telling us about how the night of our lives went, he gives us a pat on the back, hands over his rose-shaped dildo before teleporting us out of there. Well, and that's it. We went through all of that, we did all that nonsense, and for what?
If you've got the coin, otherwise hit the road. Talon, another round.
I think you've had plenty, Volwolf. Maybe you should head on home.
Know your fucking place, trash.